Oh, cool, look, it's a $30,000 truck with a broke dick transmission. Guys, welcome back to RD Speed and Fab. Today we're going to do some stuff. And by stuff, I mean we're going to move this Mustang out, get this Falcon pushed back over. And I went to an estate sale yesterday. That's the thing that happens, like, you know, like when you die and you got a bunch of crap and your wife just sells it off for like pennies on the dollar. Anyways, I went to one of those yesterday and I got some really good stuff. I want to share that with you. And we're going to do some organization, kind of get this crap figured out. And I've got plans for these two cars that I want to share with you. Stick around. Ain't a bad looking car. Who don't like a fastback Mustang? Other than Chevrolet guys. Oh, here, let's give them the Chevrolet view. Oh snap! That's what the Chevy boys be saying, you know what I'm saying? Don't hate me. I'm not a Chevrolet hater. Now, if you've ever wanted a small fleet of gasoline engines to maintain, you know what you do? You become a dad. I don't know why, but when I became a dad, my engine population went from like 2 to 20. Now, come on, you cold-blooded son of a... Leaf blower is the most efficient way to clean your shop. I'm convinced. Okay, what we gotta do now is I'm gonna push in this table that I bought. It's gonna be my new fab table, and I'm gonna put it over there somewhere. But it's a mess over there. I need to drag my steel outside. I think I'm gonna start keeping my steel outside. $200 for that table, which I'm not mad. I mean, this 1/4-inch plate, real nice wheels. They all lock and roll, but it's not flat. So, I don't know what the fix is for that. I'll probably just shim it up for the meantime, but that's unfortunate. In the estate sale, it was a guy's machine shop. It was basically like a pole barn that the dude converted to a shop, and it was, the floor was something else. So I had no way of telling it was crooked or not, but I can fix that, I think. Speaking of that, come down here, you. Speaking of that estate sale, let me show you what I got. I'm pumped. I think I got some good stuff. All right, guys, let me show you. This is like 95% of the haul here. So we'll just start at this end of the table. Of course, I got the table as well. And then I found a lot of good stock there. This is stainless hex bar, 6-sided, 8-sided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah. And I got 3 pieces of that. And this is just some kind of mild steel. This stuff is great for making bolts. And a big piece of stainless like this makes stainless bolts for specific applications. Wonderful stuff to have. I was really pumped to see that. A 24-inch Starrett rule with the little combo on it. It wasn't froze up. It wasn't beat up. I was really excited to have this. I have a 12-inch and a 6-inch. So now I got a 24 as well. A couple dial calipers. This is a Brown & Sharps. There was a ton of this stuff there. This guy was an old machinist. And by old machinist, I mean old machinist. Looks like his shop hasn't been like touched in, I don't know, probably a decade. Most of the stuff in there had surface rust on it, and it just wasn't in usable shape. So I kind of had to like pick and choose the stuff that was good. So this is 6-inch, or what is this, 4-inch? 6-inch caliper, and a 1-inch. And then I saw these just laying on the floor. These are, Starrett makes these, and what these do, let me get in there and show you. These are a little bit rough. There's some junk on them, but you can take these off of here and put them on the end of test indicators or dial indicators or whatever, what have you, what kind of measuring equipment you're using to get into a spot, or to like, there's like one that has a roller on it, which is kind of froze up. I mean, some of this stuff's gonna need to take a bath. But yeah, these are good to have. I have one of these that has a combo of stuff, but I mean, to find like this, that was kind of a jackpot gold mine for me. Oh, check this out. Starrett radius gauge set. I have a radius gauge set, but I don't have it complete in the little folder deal like this. I mean, come on. The only one it's missing is the 1/16. I'm sure I have a copy of 1/16 in there. But I mean, this is brand new sitting in there. Brand new Starrett. Awesome. Starrett dial caliper. Again, there was a bunch of this stuff. This was one of the only ones that was free. And it was probably free because it had this boot over this area here. Like I was saying earlier, his machine shop was basically a pole barn, and it had wildlife coming in and out of it. I'm talking about like mouse poop everywhere kind of wildlife. Okay, check these out. These are transfer punches. That one's frozen closed. Okay, so some of this stuff, like I'm telling you, a lot of this stuff is locked up. And I tried to only get stuff that wasn't. Anyways, if you don't know what these are, these have a specific thread pitch. This one's 3/824, not sure if you can see that, but this will thread into a 3/824 and give you a perfect point in the center of that to transfer that bolt location. So you can like put a piece of material over a bolt pattern, like say you got 6 bolts in a specific pattern, put your material over it, smack it with a hammer, and it'll transfer that pattern onto your material. I have some of these, but like smaller stuff and not a complete set like this, so I was really pumped to get that. This is a Federal test indicator. You can't really see through the lens too well. I mean, you can see it enough, but it's pretty faded. But the test indicator on this is in good shape, and I have one of these that I unfortunately fired up the mill with it in there, and it flew across the room. So this is good to have. I'm gonna see if I can't swap the lens out on this. Oh, and check this out. Brown & Sharp precision screwdrivers. I've never seen this. This is awesome. It's all these little stainless screwdrivers, little precision jobs. Really excited to have those. That's pretty cool. Okay, and then, oh, let me get the tool holder. Where's the tool post holder? Here it is. They had a lathe, a Clausing 12-inch swing lathe that they were selling, and they told me everything was for sale. So I took the tool post holder off of it. I don't know if they're pumped on that or not, but they saw it and they gave me a pass on. This is phase 2, so this is like knockoff, off the boat stuff made in China. It's not super, it's a plunger style, which I like the wedge style. Like I've got an Aloris tool post holder on my Logan, and it is butter. This works, but it's not the preferred size. I don't really know why I took this, but I bought it. Anyways, I've got a BXA size tool post holder in case I need it. I could swap it onto my lathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tool holders. And kind of the reason I really wanted this stuff is because a lot of these tool holders that I bought, I'm gonna have to cut them down to fit into my AXA, but look at all this carbide I got. There was carbide forever. And I've got most of the holders. If not, I can buy the holders for this. We all know this is the expensive part. This carbide stuff is expensive. I got different types and rakes and materials and flavors and all that stuff. Super pumped to have that. I don't know why I needed that sparker. I do know why I needed that sparker. I was gonna buy a torch set from them, but they wanted too much money, but I bought the sparker. Okay. indicator holders for a milling machine. You can like tram in your head. This one needs to live in the parts cleaner for a couple of days. It's gummed up. And then this one is the Indical. Here's the box for it. It was new in the box. So I was like, yeah, I probably have to have that. And this is also for a J head. My milling machine, you know, I just got the benchtop guy over there. You've seen it in other videos. I'm not sure if that'll fit my head or not, but fairly certain that it will. So really excited to have these. I've been doing it the old-fashioned way, tramming in the head left to right with a dial indicator. Okay, some gun taps. Got some gun taps here. This is, what size is this? Like 1032 or something? 1024. So 1024 gun taps, and then there's 3 in here. What are these? Like 5/16, 18, which 5/16 seems to be like coming extinct. It's hard to find anything 5/16 lately, like hardware-wise. So I got that. Let's put that back closed. And then some more stock. These are just stainless steel sheets that he had laying around. I was like, yeah, I probably have to have that and a chunk of steel. But let me show you the piece de resistance. I put my gloves on. No glove, no love, baby. Okay. Rotary table for my milling machine. I've wanted one of these forever, but they're not terribly expensive, but they are cost prohibitive to purchase because you have to ship them and they weigh a metric shit ton. So I never got one, but I have one now, and I am really excited to have this. Now, this particular one is gummed up, so I'm going to try and free it up the old-fashioned way, a little squirt, a little brush, a little squirt, but I think it's going to live in the parts bath for a couple days, and hopefully that will do some stuff for it. So yeah, but it's complete, and I'm super excited to see this. Super excited. But yeah, everything's unlocked. It's just frozen right now. But I'm sure it'll work. I don't know which way is unlock on that one, so we'll just leave it in the middle. But anyways, let me maybe tap that handle with a hammer. Get the old plastic dead blow here. Have you ever been a young guy working in a shop? It's your first job. Your first real big boy job, you're in there, you're making your 15 bucks an hour or whatever, you're building cars, you're making some other guy rich, you're making some other rich guy's fantasies come true, and you're like, I gotta build my tool collection. And then the guy comes by in that white and red truck, and he makes all your dreams come true. He whispers in your ears, and he's like, look, Bubba, if you want this hammer, I can sell it to you right now. Now, granted, it's a $100 hammer. Well, you give me 20 bucks right now and 20 bucks until it's paid off, plus 4%, got yourself a hammer. And you're like, ooh, holy shit, I want that hammer. So you buy that hammer, that snap-on dead blow hammer, when you're 22 or 23 years old, 25, I think. And then one day you turn 41 and you're like, why did I pay $100 for a plastic hammer? I don't know, but you did. Okay, anyways, back to the, well, that sucker is froze and I just bent that arm. Okay, so this sucker here, can we bend it back? Oh God, yeah, that's why you buy Chinese tools, right? Because everything's just solid as ever. Anyways, this sucker is a Phase 2, of course, also made in China, but what can you do? It's what you do. So let's get this oil plug out of here and see what we got in here to work with. But I've wanted one of these forever, and it'll fit on my small mill, and when I get a Bridgeport, assuming that I do, it will also fit upon there. Which is cool, so when I get a bigger mill, I don't have to retool. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Let's see about this. Too big. There it is. Will the oil plug come out? Will you come out, oil plug? Let's give it a tap ski so we don't strip it. Oh yeah, that's nice. Look at that, that moved right away. Yeah, it has a sight glass down here. It's totally bone dry, which means it probably all leaked out. It was stored on its side, and then it gummed everything up. So I think really what needs to happen is this thing needs to live in the, oh yeah, there's like nothing in there. You know what? This thing definitely needs to live in the parts bath for a couple days, but we'll free it up. Anyways, so for this whole lot, for everything, the rotary table, the metal workbench, all this stuff I showed you, I paid $400 for it. I mean, that's a steal, if you ask me. All right, anyways, now that I'm done messing with this junk, what I really need to do is find a place, because this is where I want that fab table to sit, right in here. I gotta find a thing to do with all that stuff. And I think I'm gonna put all that stock outside. And I think if I do it right, I could probably put it behind my boat over here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just stack it along the boat backside there. Okay, I've managed to mount my knockoff Beverly shear to the table along with one of my bench vices. I have another bench vice that I use quite often. It's got one of my slip rollers in it over there. But yeah, so this is kind of the position I have everything here right now. So you can see I've got my tube bender there, some metal working stations here. I hate that that is in the way, but that's where it is probably going to live. And then that table, more tables in the back, blah, blah, blah. And then cars, right up the middle. That's good. I got to do some cleaning. We got to clean this up. And then we're going to talk about this thing here for a moment and also about that thing. Okay, we got the shop put back together mostly. I got my new fab table. Man, it looks like hell, doesn't it? I really need to get the rest of the rust off and paint it up. But I got the top clean. I got my Beverly shear mounted and one of my bench vices. And this is kind of the row of junk here. It's going to be just metal fab stuff over here. Anyways, so we got that squared away, and where I'm at with the Mustang. Let me turn this around. So the Mustang, I've been looking for a belt. I measured it at 70 and a half. I ordered a belt that was 70 and a half. It was too small. I ordered one that was 71, too small. So I ordered one that was 72, way too big. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm doing something wrong. I've got 3 different size belts. I'm gonna keep going on that. This one fits, but I think this is the 71, but it's got the alternator basically all the way down. I may just run this belt. I don't know. It probably works. Anyways, Mustang, I got to put the water neck back on, and then for sending units, there's 2 more sending units that need to be added, and I'm just going to buy the little deals that put them in the heater hose. That's the easiest and going to be the cleanest way to do it. So that's where we're at with this car. Cooling system's going back in it, and it is going to be tidied up until paint. So I want to get it on the road, work all the bugs out, drive it around, and then we'll bring it back in, strip all the trim off of it, and start going to town, get it ready for paint. Now this car over here, let's look at this. Okay, my little Falcon car. So here is the MS3 Pro and the associated wiring. What I've decided is that I'm going to build a nice little mount inside the glove box to run the MS3 Pro and maybe a couple of the relays, and it's going to be mounted inside the box. So you open the box, you'll just see the MS3 Pro. You'll have access to the CAN bus, serial, and USB ports right there. It'll be really nice and hidden inside of the glove box. But the reason I haven't done that is because I'm waiting on a tool that is going to show up today. The Estes guy, it's the big yellow truck, is showing up today with a finger brake that I ordered from Eastwood. I got a 48-inch box and pan brake, or a finger brake, you might know it as, and it's going to go right there on that table, so I got to clean that off. Once that comes, I will build a little piece for the mount for the MS3 Pro, and we'll get going on the wiring on that car. So that's where we're at with this mess. And I just wanted to get a video out to you guys real quick to kind of show you what's going on. I haven't forgotten about making videos. Sometimes I don't think I have stuff that's video worthy, but some people appreciate the updates. Anyways, that's what's going on here. All right, guys, thanks so much for coming around. That's it for today. We're going to wrap this one up and call that a video. I appreciate you guys coming around. Please, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out so much. I don't want to go to my day job anymore. Also, I commented on RAC Garage. I don't know if you watch his channel, but if you don't, you should. He's an old school guy. He does a lot of cool things. He just got a Pullmax in his shop. And on his comments, I commented, dude, one day I hope to get a Pullmax. And he told me to put it out in the universe. So guess what, universe? I want a Pullmax. Let's see if that can do anything.